Welcome back into another episode of the Stamped Wright NBA Draft Podcast. Michael Stamps here, as always, joined by Killian Wright. I feel like it's been a pretty uneventful last week and a half. We're in the middle of the summer league right now, and there's been some fun performances. I guess we're gonna run down those today for the majority of this episode. But I don't really have anything crazy to say right now, Killian. I mean, do you have any summer league thoughts? Any guys that are sticking out to you that aren't rookies? I mean, I guess before the disclaimer, we're just going to run down some rookie performances and rookie showings in the summer league so far that have caught our eye. We're going to do three apiece, but let's look outside of the rookie class right now. Is there anyone who's specifically caught your eye that you've been impressed with so far in the first 2 or so weeks of the summer league?
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty divisive right now, but I think you kind of got to look at Reed Shepherd. Among a lot of Rockets Twitter, he's getting a lot of hate, getting a lot of praise because he's not shooting the best through his first few games. But also, like, he's a 6'3" guard who had 7 stocks in one game and I think 6 in the next. So,
What?
It's those numbers, man.
Bro, come on now.
Dude, I actually didn't mean to, I swear.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
not even a minute and a half in.
Dude.
God damn.
That wasn't even a bit. I actually have a
bro, just move on, dude. Let it go.
But no, for real. But Reed Shepherd, like, he's that short. Like, getting stocks like 6'8" wings can't even really do. And this is a point guard. Like, stop, dude. All right,
bro, just keep talking.
All right, like he's had multiple games with 2 or more blocks, and I think that goes a long way for the Rockets, who like are kind of clearly emphasizing defense and then just saying, "Hey, KD, Şengün, figure it out, carry us on offense," which is, I think that's fine. It's a fine plan, and obviously Reed is still somehow an underrated defender. Like, he's going to be making a case. I'm not sure how many minutes he's going to play. Obviously, Fred's going to be the starter for probably the whole season. But Reed is making like a legit case of if he got more burn, he'd be like an all-defense guy maybe. Like, he looks like he could be that good. Kind of the way Dyson Daniels was in New Orleans, where his role was limited, but he was pretty good. And then I think that might be like what we can see from Reed next year. He looks promising right now.
Yeah, I agree. He's been fun to watch. I haven't watched. I think the last episode I said I'd watched like 3 summer league games, so I've increased my viewership a little bit. So there's still some guys that I'd imagine I'm not going to get to see play because I think we're going to start getting to the point where some of these dudes are getting shut down. Maybe. Kyle Filipowski's leading the summer league or the Vegas summer league, I guess, in points per game right now. He's been pretty great, honestly. The Bulls side of me has been pretty impressed with Buzelis. I don't think it's anything new, like any new developments with him necessarily. He's been great on defense and is getting downhill pretty well and shooting the ball just fine. So been pretty impressed with him. I guess, is there anyone else that's maybe a little like a underrated, like underground type player? Underground. Anyone that's that? Okay. Oh my God.
Well, like
anyone like that's caught your eye?
He's got enough attention to the point where it's not some like sneaky pick anymore. But Charles Bassey, that is like literally walked into the gym and like wasn't even officially on the Celtics roster and then played a game and dropped like 22 and 10 or something like that. The numbers are making it look not too great for Amari Williams, even though I think Amari Williams has actually played really good. But Bassey's looking like he's probably going to earn a roster spot in Boston. He's just kind of been a monster presence in the paint on both ends, and they just don't have any centers right now. So good for him, because I actually thought he was pretty decent when he played last year. He just can't really stay healthy. So he'll probably be one of those guys who like works his way back into the league off of a good summer league game. So I don't know. I guess Yuki's playing fun for the Bulls.
Yeah.
He was kind of irking me because I don't know. I watched the first half of not last game, but 2 games ago, or maybe that was 3, whenever they played the Raptors. I was able to watch the first half of that game, and Yuki was like kind of hijacking the offense, and it was irking me a little bit. He was just like
Yeah.
had the ball the whole time, just for like
Yeah.
18 seconds of the shot
Yeah.
clock.
I
But
mean,
he's putting up numbers, so
I think everyone really likes him, and I think he's kind of it's like almost like an act, like he's playing
yeah,
into it a little bit. But he's been good.
yeah,
We were discussing this. We're gonna try to produce some predictions for all the two-way guys at each team here, maybe in a couple weeks. Gonna be
yeah,
interesting to see if he ends up earning one of those, because compared to the other guys on that summer league team right now, he's gonna have a claim for it. So
yeah.
that'll be interesting to follow. Yeah, I don't have really anything else crazy to say. A lot of the 2-year guy or second-year guys seem to be the ones who are making the most impact generally. So I guess that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and get into this next part. We're going to just run down player by player, 3 rookies each that have impressed us so far. I don't know about you. I'm not including Cooper Flagg in my list. His first game was pretty shit, and his second game was
Yeah.
pretty impressive. That's just typically how I feel like kind of how it works. Get your feet underneath you. Bronny was clamping him all night. I'm just kidding, but no.
No, he was. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. That's the narrative. But no, he had a 31-point game and shot 50% from the field and shot fine from 3. So more Cooper Flagg-esque performance that we'd expect. Just had to get his feet underneath him. So I'm not including him. There's been a lot of really, really good rookie performances and a couple that have been strung together that I'd imagine we're going to get to sometime today. And I have my list of 3 guys, and since I've made my list and since we started talking, I've thought of like 3 more that I'd want to include.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll hopefully we'll be a little bit different here. But why don't you go ahead and kick us off, Killian? Who's your first guy that's impressed you so far?
I guess I would say, and I think like I'm just gonna go ahead and I texted you this the other day, but I'm just gonna take the victory lap for both of us like right now. And both Kobe Bray and Amari Williams have been like pretty good. And Kobe was your guy. You were much higher on him than consensus. Amari was my guy. Both the Kentucky guys kind of proving like, why weren't we drafted higher? They're playing good. Kobe looks a lot more versatile than I imagined personally. Obviously, he's got the off-ball moving stuff that's working pretty good. He had a 20-point performance, but he's shooting shots at like a pretty high degree of difficulty against obviously better competition, even though not like the SEC's bad competition, but it's NBA versus college. So Kobe's impressing there. He's been like actively fighting on defense and like not the worst defensive player on the court, which is, pretty much all you have to be when you're a shooting specialist. I've been seeing a lot of, I'm not going to go this far, but like I keep seeing Twitter say young D Book.
Yeah, that kind of pissed me off. I'm not going to lie, but
yeah, because now it's like we're going to tip the spectrum too much. Nah, but he's been really cool. And then Amari Williams has been like, the box score isn't totally there, honestly, but the way he was playing, he didn't play last game, but the way he was playing before that was like a real point center. Like this is gonna sound bad almost, but this is actually a positive statement, but it's kind of Ben Simmons-esque, like the old Ben Simmons, where he would get the board and then like be the fastest one down the court and then like dish dump to a teammate last second or like fake the pass dunk. Like Amari was like really good in transition, which is I think kind of a big deal for a center. Like if you're gonna be able to have a center who can go out and run the break and hit outlets and dribble on the break, big deal in my opinion. So those 2 guys, I was just taking a quick victory lap for us, but they've looked real good through summer league.
For sure. Honestly, I think Kobe's been more versatile than I imagined, at least immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hitting some nice mid-range shots too. I've been really impressed with him. I haven't got to watch much of Amari, but yeah, I will take a early temporary victory lap for Kobe Bryant as well, because he's been pretty damn good.
Yeah.
My first guy is Nick Clifford. And I don't think he's really doing anything. Well, I don't know how to word this. Like, nothing he's done so far has been surprising, but he's been great. And I think that's kind of what we expected. He's going to be an immediate impact guy. He's averaging 18 points a game and shooting the ball very well. He's shooting 70%, 70% from three. And I know it's such a small sample size, but still, I think it goes to show like how many of these rookies will come in the summer league and have to take 4 or 5 games to get their feet underneath them. He's just jumped right in and been one of the best scorers and one of the best shooters. So he's doing it all at 3 levels, and he's been great at defense, great on the defensive side of the ball so far. So nothing really new or crazy from Neat Clifford. This is about what we expected of him. I'm seeing a lot of guys on Twitter going to that Jalen Williams mold of a player, and I
saw Jason Tatum. I was like, all right.
I also saw that. That's a little crazy. That's a little crazy. But no, I mean I think there's clearly a path to the Jalen Williams style of player there. So yeah, Neek has been great. For some reason I was a little bit lower on him, and I bumped him up a little bit right before the draft, just because I kind of just gave in. I was like, I think I was just being stubborn for some reason, but maybe it was the age, or I don't know, level of competition, but clearly none of those things matter. And obviously he's not going to, I don't think he's going to be this productive in the regular season, but at the very minimum, he's going to be a day one rotational, or maybe even a starter. I can't think off the top of my head. Probably not going to start, but could by the end of the season. So yeah, been super impressed with Nick Clifford. He's doing it all on each side of the ball, and it's nothing really surprising so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the key. Like when a guy like Neek comes in, and there's guys like this every year. Like it was a couple years ago, it was Jaime Jaquez, where it's these bigger forwards who are, well, I guess not even bigger in Neek's case, but older forwards who are, they'll jump out of the gate early and they'll look real good, but there's like questions on like, hey, what's their ceiling? Yes, like the ceiling question is a valid thing to ask, but the most important thing is if you're drafting these guys to be like surefire floor players, then it's like, it's important that they are playing good in summer league to prove that like they do stick out. And Neek definitely is. I mean, he's been the best player on the Kings in every game he's played. I think it's pretty important for them that they're just getting good players because they don't do that very often. So good sign for Neek, I think, especially considering like, yeah, he was putting up like gaudy numbers, but it also wasn't against the highest level of competition. So
yeah,
good that it's translating for sure. I like that pick.
I just want to say that the Kings have a guy on their team, on their G League team. It's going into a second year that I thought was going to be like I don't know, like a sneaky good player. Isaiah Crawford. It's his second year from Louisiana Tech. Do you remember him?
Yeah, there's still hype from him from Kings fans.
Yeah. No, I think he's really good. I don't think he's done anything super notable yet this summer. I was just throwing that out there because I think he's kind of a fun player. He's not shooting well at all.
Yeah.
Like really, really, really bad, actually.
The Sacramento rotations are all out of whack in the regular season.
Yeah.
So hopefully I think given that they started playing Isaac Jones by the end of the year, maybe they'll play Isaiah Crawford. Hopefully. He deserves
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right, I'll send it back to you for your second. Do you have 2 more guys, or were Kobe and Amari like?
I have 2 more. That was just like a fun. Like, hey,
okay, no, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. I would say it wasn't the best game, but and also I think it's Yegor Gioman. Apparently, is how you say it now. Is what he's been saying in interviews. So, Gioman shot 10 threes, made 4 of them. I mean, the fact that he's going to be shooting that much is kind of making me think like, okay, well, he's not going to be Josh Giddey. So that's good. And also he's been running a lot more on the wing with Saraf and Traore running point. Saraf has been terrible, but Traore has been good. And so that's a good sign that Yegor is going to have this versatility that maybe we mentioned it in one of our earlier episodes where it's like Yegor is like kind of limited to being like the engine. And so he's got to succeed like as a star. But if they're going to experiment and like run him on the wing and have him attempt a lot of catch and shoot threes, like, and he even hit a pull up, like he's hitting contested ones too. Then there's an avenue for him to like be a good player without having to be the superstar guy. And I think that's a really positive sign for him. He's still like overall, like he went 4 for 10 from 3, but he also finished 4 for 13 from the field. So he missed all 3 of his 2-pointers. He's still not great around the rim. The mid-range game doesn't really exist, and the decision making like isn't point guard level yet. But I think that's maybe why they're putting him on the wing. I think I'm not gonna say he like played amazing or anything, but like he is showing I have more promise or more hope for him now than I did a month ago. So, given that he was someone that I was like ridiculously low on, I feel like it's probably fair to praise him for performances like those. And I think maybe, just maybe, like I understand what the Nets are doing like 10% more now. So, yeah,
That's honestly the last person I think I was expecting you to say.
yeah,
Yeah, I watched either at the game or for the Thunder Brooklyn game, and obviously Drew Timmy was just like God, but
yeah. He did the same thing against Washington.
yeah,
It
dude,
was,
he'll probably earn himself a roster spot.
oh, for sure.
But I was impressed with Nolan Traore is not one of my 3, but he's actually been really, really solid. And
Yeah,
I think outside of Drake, he would have been the guy I was most comfortable saying he's going to be a fine NBA player. And I think he's succeeded in his role so far. Igor, I think he sucks. And I think Saraf sucks. And I think Danny Wolf probably will suck, but hasn't been too unbelievably bad yet. So
yeah.
Hasn't been good, but not horrifically awful.
That's kind of what I'm saying too. Like, I don't think Yegor's been this like, oh my God, like the Nets nailed it, everyone was wrong pick. But it's like I see the avenue a little bit now, and it's okay. Yeah. He has it, and then also it helps that Traore is succeeding at point guard because that means that you're not forced into playing Yegor at point guard. Yeah. And also the way their offense is, I guess this is just more of a praise on the Nets in general then. But like the way their offense is oriented of like, we're going to have 3 to 4 passers on the court at all times, just like filtering into Drew Timmy. The fact that they're able to do this with Drew Timmy is like, if you're doing it to a little bit better players, like I can see where they're going. So they're a very incomplete team, but like the roles are starting to flesh out a little bit, and I get it. So yeah. I'll give them a small round of applause.
For sure. I'm gonna take a Thunder angle. Not that he's been like this guy's not been the most impressive, but I texted you about him a couple days ago. And again, this is probably just going to be a 2-way guy. Who knows if he even makes a roster? But I really liked Chris Youngblood in college, and I think it's kind of like he's older and not super athletic, but 3-and-D wing, and he's really strong. Like almost, I'm not comparing him to Lou Dort, but kind of that same frame / idea of just like a thick defensive wing who can shoot threes. And I think he's done just that. And he's shooting the ball just fine. He started off a little rough, but he's had a couple 20-point performances now. And I have no complaints for him on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, he led OKC in scoring in that last game against, was it Indiana? I think it was Indiana. Yeah, he had 21 points and shot 5 for 8 from 3. Against Brooklyn, he was good as well. Yeah, 19 points, 3 for 5 from 3. And he's not just scoring from the perimeter. He's decent cutter too, and is getting to the rim a little bit. So, and again, really good defender. I think he has the frame that OKC would like for a wing. So, I don't know. I think he's been fun to watch. I haven't been like too enamored with really anyone on OKC's summer league roster. I mean, obviously AJ has been great. I mean, Brooks Barnheiser has been fine, I guess.
He's been like a stock machine though.
Yeah, but
it's pretty good. Good. He looks pretty good. For
he's been good. He's been good. He's been good. Yeah, he's been good.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Nikola Topic has been particularly incredible, which isn't like a diss on him. I know he's still getting his feet under him a little bit. So when you look at like the 2-way guys, and again, I just, a lot of my NBA brain is focused on what the Thunder do. So Youngblood was one of the first guys that came to mind. Again, not one of the craziest or sexiest picks. There's definitely been players who have been better than him for sure. I'm not saying that they have it, but I think there's an avenue to him being a solid NBA role player. So I would imagine he's going to be one of those three, probably the last two-way guy for OKC. It looks like right now. So I think he's been pretty good.
He kind of checks out too, because especially if you're looking to replace Flagler and Dukas, then like I'm assuming you're looking for some shooting to do that. And obviously Youngblood is the best shooter on the summer league roster, so that makes sense there. And then also like even in general, yes, OKC won the championship, but like there was a lot of shooting struggles in the playoffs last year, which is kind of weird to think about for a team who won the championship. But and that probably won't be remembered come October, but it was a very real thing that like just consistently guys were not knocking down shots, whether it was Dort, Wallace, J-Dub was obviously having games, Chet was having games, Joe wasn't really playing. So there was definitely games where they just maybe needed a bucket. And like, yes, it's probably only a two-way contract, but like, who knows? Like he could do something. So
it's pretty I agree. And like we were talking about this as well. A couple of days ago, we were texting about it. Like it's going to be a shooter who takes that last spot. And like you look at and obviously they could go outside of their own, summer league guys, but like Sanford, I don't think Sanford's played a game yet. So
he's not the defender Youngblood is either.
Yeah, not gonna be him. And that's basically it. So I think it.
Gortman or Gort.
I don't think
I think he'll get one somewhere else, but he doesn't seem like a Thunder guy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Hassan Ward's low key been kind of good, but they're not gonna take another big.
Yeah.
But that would probably be a decent guy to keep around, obviously. I mean, Eric Reynolds scored in his own basket. So he should probably go play in like Puerto Rico.
Probably.
But I don't know. Just a fun player again. Definitely hasn't been the best, and I'm not claiming that he's been the best, but definitely been really solid so far. So I'll stick with him.
Yeah. For the last one, I think I would go. Elijah Martin looked pretty good. And that's someone who I wasn't really sure on going into the draft. But I feel pretty confident that he's going to stick in the league now. I mean, dude, he fits in perfectly with what the Raptors are doing. When the Raptors were healthy last season, they had a little stretch from January, late January to early March, where they were just blitzing at the half court, pressure, trap, double team, nonstop, every possession, full court pickups. It was just ridiculous. And I think they're leaning towards this again. And if it's any, I mean, I don't know if you watched that game, the Raptors Bulls Summer League game, but if that's any indicator, the Bulls had 30 turnovers. So yeah, Elijah Martin was a big part of that too. Just wreaking havoc. He's a real physical guy. Obviously, he can move really well. He's kind of like a defensive mismatch for guards. He's not really going to get moved off his spot by many guards, but he's also not going to be beat off dribble. He looked impressive. He was a vocal leader on the court. He looked like the leader of the team when he was playing. I could see him kind of doing that even as a rookie, being a guy who's a tone setter out there in spot minutes. Pretty good second round value that I think the Raptors got out of him. He even knocked down some threes. Obviously the offensive game is his weaker side, but I think if you can stick on defense and kind of show the character he has, it's what matters first usually. So I like the way he's played. And I think he might even find his way into a rotational spot if he keeps stuff like this up. So I would go with Elijah Martin for my last one.
Yeah, I agree. Have you watched Talon Peter play at all?
I don't think he's been doing overly well. I think he's
averaging 10 points per game, but he's shooting 23% from three.
Yeah, which I mean, I don't know. I've been able to watch a full Pacers game yet, so I'm not too sure exactly. I can't really speak on how he's playing, but I see some stuff on Twitter, obviously. But yeah.
No, I agree with you, Elijah Martin pick. Jesus. I agree. Last guy for me is Jace Richardson.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty straightforward. He's been probably maybe the best rookie. I feel like any concern that we might have had about him hasn't really come up yet. He's shooting the ball just fine. He's being a creator and a distributor as well, and he's been just fine defense. Athleticism is not a concern at all. I've been really impressed with how he's finishing around the rim. I think the one thing was his size, but he's still attacking and has managed to finish over plenty of dudes who are 10 times bigger than him. So no concerns about Jace Richardson at all. I think he's been pretty darn good. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about Jace, but he's been pretty damn good.
I think it's even more.
He's been my favorite and favorite rookie to watch, and I think he's been the most fun to watch. That's all I was going to say.
I think it's even more impressive that the fact that obviously the big question mark around him was hey, he's this really, really undersized guard who isn't really a point guard. Well, he played point guard yesterday and he looked pretty good. He was basically the only Magic that was able to not turn over the ball every time they touched it. So good for him. He looked like he was capable of functioning as the guy on offense, which the Magic haven't. You can make an argument they still kind of need that off the bench. They just kind of have a collective. And I think Jace's strides as what appears to be point guard play is maybe a sign that he could take over some Tyus Jones minutes, which I hope happens. I think Jace is really good. And then, you mentioned his finishing around the rim. I think he shot 68% of the rim at college or something ridiculous for being as small as he is, but he plays a lot bigger than he is really. I mean, he can jump. His standing vert is fine. I think he's always in the right position. I would say that he's kind of always in the lanes, ready to help on those doubles, kind of poke it away from the big guys right away. But I also think Jace has really impressed, and specifically for Orlando, who's very clearly going all in on this, hey, East is wide open angle. I think that's good for them. Speaking of the East is wide open angle, did you see during the Nets and Wizards game, the sideline reporter interviewed Nick Claxton, and they were so what do you think about the team next year? How are you feeling knowing that you guys might have a chance to compete and stuff? And what do you think about all these new guys? And one, Nick Claxton is almost 100,000,000% getting traded off the team in the next month. So that's interesting to ask Nick Claxton about. Two, it looked like he was trying not to laugh when she asked him that. So I don't know. He's well, we have young players on the team and we're going to try. I think that's word for word what he said.
Man.
Much. So
that's not good.
Yeah. I just,
that's not
understand
good.
That question.
Get Nick off TV.
Yeah. Get him on a real team. He's too good to be on the Nets anymore.
I agree.
I want to see him on a real team.
Yeah. Any others that come to mind that have stood out to you in a positive way?
The Wizards guys, Trey Johnson. I mean, I guess
Trey Johnson's been good.
Trey Johnson and Will Riley have looked pretty good. But specifically Trey. He's been the tough shot maker that people pinged Ace as, and it's even more okay. The one thing I'll say though is I don't know how he does it, but Trey gets no verticality on his shot. He just doesn't really leave the ground very much, and it's impressive that he's still able to make it contested shots without elevating too much. I'm more inclined to give him a Tyler Hero comp, but he's been nice. And also he in his interview, he was well, they don't care how many points I score. They literally only talk to me about defense, is in reference to Wizards staff. And he's immediately you can tell their strides. I don't know if it's just he was too tired from carrying Texas all the time, didn't feel like trying on defense, which is you know what? I don't really blame you, man. You're kind of doing a lot on offense. But he looks a lot more bought in Summer League, which is impressive. If you're a top, what do you go? He went 6. If you're a top 6 pick and you're this bought in on Summer League, that's pretty impressive. A lot of times guys will come out there and just kind of lollygag, get a couple shots up, but he's been real bought in. I think he's looked really good. I think for a piece for the Wizards going forward, he's definitely a part of the core. Makes a little bit more sense why they traded Poole now if Trey was the spot, because Trey's just going to take over that role, and he could match Poole's production by the end of the year. I could see that happening. So good for him. He's looked very good.
Yeah, I agree. Last question for you. Is there a rookie that has not impressed you, that has been bad, that you have not liked watching? One that comes to mind, the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, the first one that comes to mind, I hate to do it because I just kind of dump on him all the time, but Ben Surhoff sucks. He's just not good. Just very not good. And it's even worse when you have Traore and Yegor playing on the ball, because then he'll go in the corner and just miss threes, badly, like not back rim, like just missing. And it's hard to see. He struggles. People like envision him as a point guard, but he struggles to dribble under pressure when like people like D up on him. So that's not something I'd like for my point guard if they can't dribble. And I don't know. He's been a little iffy in the pick and roll. His reads are very slow, which for a guy who is playing in Bundesliga, who I mean, a lot of people regard as like one of the better European leagues, and also like if you're playing European basketball, you're supposed to be this savvy guy who like knows how to make the reads and just has like this ultra game sense, and it's just like not there with Saraf. But he did clip farm a tween hezzy midi splash, and that went nuts on Twitter. So people think he's good for now, but he's been rough.
Yeah. Unfortunately, and I'm not saying Noah has been. Well, actually, before I say that, before I talk about Chicago, Noah Penda's actually been really good. Like he's going to be a really solid player. I think there might be a rotation spot for him. But I mean, I think it was pretty abundantly clear that Noah Asenge is going to be a project player and is not going to be ready within the first like 2 years. The high has been pretty high, but like even when he's having these like 15, 20 point games, it just still feels like awkward and kind of like just like scrappy baskets and kind of choppy and not fluid at all, which is part of why I was so high on him, is that he's this fluid, mover of a wing that can get downhill and hit shots at different areas around the court. And I've been fine with like some of his mid-range looks. I don't know what he's shooting from three. I would imagine it's not great. Let me fact check that actually.
Yeah,
see if I can find it.
He
But
has
like,
a little rough in space.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like he's shooting 27% from three, which
It's
on
probably
on 5 attempts per game, which is honestly, this is bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
He's taken a lot of them. I've only watched highlights, so I don't know. I'm not enamored with it yet. Like I said, I know he's this project player, so I'm not freaking out at all, and it's just the summer league, so I think we both know not to overreact to any good or bad performances. But some of the things I was expecting to see, some of that fluidity, not seeing it. I mean, he's been fine on defense. I'm not worried about that. I don't think anyone is. But offensively, I think there was a lot of strides he took overseas leading up right until the draft was starting. And that's kind of what made him move up so much. But I don't know. Haven't been too particularly thrilled with what I've seen from him so far.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, again, it's early, and I think we know what we're getting ourselves into with him, but not anything too crazy yet. So, do you have any other thoughts about the summer league so far? Anything that's on your mind with this draft class?
Not necessarily with the rookies, but there's one more guy who's been like really disappointingly bad, in my opinion. And it's like, it's Alex Sarr he just refuses to buy into a role. And I mean, he's a defensive monster. Like he had like 8 blocks the other day, but the offense is never going to come around if he's obsessed with being this like top tier scorer. And it was clear when he like forced his way out of Atlanta before last year. And it's just like, it's still a thing where he'll get the ball and he'll like really want to do this dribble drive or this, but he doesn't really have a move set and he's very indecisive. Like most of the time his dribble drives would end with like Drew Timmy walling up and like an awkward mix between a pull up and a layup. And it just wouldn't go in. And it was weird. And it happened like 8 or 9 times, it felt like. And I don't know. I think Alex Sarr could be so good, but his first year and then now summer league and the stuff before his draft is just kind of all playing into like this narrative, this true narrative that like he's maybe not going to buy in. And I don't know if he doesn't do that, then I don't know if he'll be like a Miles Turner, Jaren Jackson type, like people hope. Then he might end up in this awkward range where he's going to take a lot of bad shots every game, but kind of take what you can get with him. I don't know.
Sorry, I just saw Drake Powell's top 5 Marvel movies. Getting
Oh,
shit on Twitter.
really?
You
What
ready
was?
for this list?
Yeah.
Age of Ultron at number 1. Thor
Yeah.
Dark World number 2.
Okay.
Black Widow
That's
number 3. Black Panther, the first one, number 4. And then Endgame number 5. It's a
okay. I
pretty
mean, 4 and 5 is fine, but
I
like,
mean, I feel like Endgame should be higher. Black Panther would probably be up there. There's those Captain America movies.
I mean, Winter Soldier, like, not in your top 5 is kind of ridiculous.
Winter Soldier and Civil War are both like, yeah. I mean, I'm a Guardians of the Galaxy guy too. I would put probably the second one up there.
Oh,
Black
the second one's
Panthers.
the worst one. Come on, that's the worst Guardians, like easily. Out of the 3 Guardians movies, the second one is like consensusly the worst one.
Are you for real? I love
Yeah.
that movie. What?
Yeah, you're on your own on that. I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's a good movie, but the other
Dude,
two are just like,
I didn't love the third one.
Oh, you're crazy, bro.
Oh man.
That was great.
Anyway, I'm trying to think if I have anything else important to say. Not really. I mean, I want to make something clear with Noah is that I think he has gotten like progressively better as the 3 games have gone on. So and I'm not like saying he's some bust of a pick. I think I was expecting a little bit more. Maybe I had my expectations too high. I'm still really excited to see him play. I have a feeling he's gonna spend some time in the G League, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you just throw him to the Wolves and see what happens.
I think he should just play.
Yeah, I mean, with Patrick Williams and Okoro, like it's like one of the best defensive cores in the NBA. So I don't know if we really need Noah right away. Oh God.
That was a little bit of Bulls fan coming out. Come on, bro.
Yeah, no, I was joking.
Oh, okay. I thought you were serious.
No.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for Noah. Shout out to Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Game-winning block.
Game-winning block. In case you missed it.
Meet Neely. Cool.
Yeah.
Good for
all of them have been cool. Honestly, Sion's probably been the worst.
He hasn't really been bad though. Like,
he hasn't been bad though. I mean, Kalkbrenner hasn't been like anything crazy, but I think that game with the game-winning block, I think he had 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now I'd make the argument. Like, I think Charlotte fans like Musa, but I think
Ryan's better.
Ryan should probably start.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to start Plumlee at first and make.
That's just that's like if they started Mason Plumlee. That's like when teams draft when NFL teams like draft a quarterback in like the 2nd round.
And then you start,
and then they'll sign
start Jameis Winston. Start Jameis Winston.
Yes, that's like the same thing. It's like why are you even signing?
Yeah,
him?
yeah. I mean, it's nice. It's obviously nice to have a veteran presence.
No, yeah, but he can just like be there. Like, isn't he?
Yeah, he can. Yeah, like who wouldn't want to be mentored by Mason Plumlee?
Yeah, I'd pay for that.
Yeah,
Mason Plumlee, life coach.
No,
hey, he's a millionaire rapper, basketball philanthropist.
Right. Yeah. Any other thoughts?
No thoughts. Never.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
That's all we have then today for the 7th episode of Stamped Right. Make sure you're tuning into all of our stuff. I feel like we're probably gonna be ramping or getting close to some 2026 talk here soon. We're gonna run down some 2-way contract players here soon. We'll probably throw some more BS predictions up before the season starts. But that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in.